just a number to them.
All right, the plot in you, the US band that was once metalcore that have turned rock has found a way to mesh rock and core music yet again. They're bringing in forth ideas that were found in Dispose, like the heavy electronic synth elements, but also retaining some of that heavy core music found in their early days. So best part of this song for me is the breakdown. It's got a solid groovy rock and roll riff that kind of carries itself through, but then there's synth elements with a cool dark chord progression that's being played. It's just unique, it's heavy, it's catchy, but it's fun. Man, what else is there to say when it comes to Vildhjarta, man? They're unlike any other band in metal. They somehow have managed to find a way to mix in heavy, dark, sinister sounds with these like non-repetitive riffs that work their way into these beautiful, almost elegant passages of music. They're unlike anybody else, and I enjoy this song more than the other single that they just dropped, Toxin, especially because for that beautiful passage of music where it ends the song for like a minute 30 seconds long of just instrumental, just awesomeness. Lack of better terminology. But you know, it's been 10 years since their last album, so you know, I cannot wait for this album to drop. There's a lot of hype to it, but these new singles are showing that they haven't lost their touch. Alright, just another metalcore band that's gone gent. Luckily, this song kicks ass though. Okay, so Void of Vision has taken their aggressive metalcore style with gent grooves and it just kind of injected it with steroids, man. Like the use of these eerie kind of electronic samples are adding a lot of texture to these heavy, chunky, genty grooves. And you know, with a breakdown that really takes the song up to 100. You know, the breakdown has a good buildup, but with an unpredictable kind of payoff. You know, the song feels like it's going to have that drop, but it kind of just like flips the head on the script by having the drop at the second beat, which I thought was a cool touch. You know, the song is unrelenting and it's just a solid metalcore track, man. Okay, Orbit Culture, man. You know, these guys continue to pick up a lot of traction in the scene, and for good reason. It's because, you know, they bring in old school metal ideas into a modern setting, and this song, especially Carvings, just has that tribal sounding beat that's just pounding the whole way through and just doesn't let go. You know, there's tweaks and variations to the song with like guitar tapping lick that happens at the minute mark, also clean vocals near the end, but what really does happen in the end that really turns the song from good into greatness is that final breakdown. You know, what I love about their breakdowns is that it has good buildup, but there's that second breakdown to really play with the listener's expectations, and I love that. You know, they did something similar with their last single, and I'm all for that because, you know, breakdowns can be a bit of a cop-out when it comes to writing them, but I feel like Orbit Culture knows how to use them to their advantage and actually take the songs and elevate them into like high energy and just greatness. Oh man, New Every Time I Die, man. It's unapologetic, it's unrelenting, it's bound and determined with its message. You know, Keith did not let go, and whatever side on the political sphere you're on, I feel like Keith has found a way to make his stance clear, but has done it in such a cool way with his wordplay. Like some of my favorite lyrics of the year is right here because of Keith. So his lyrics are so catchy, but also it's Keith's delivery with his words. It just has so much aggression, and the thing is, he doesn't sacrifice catchiness. So if you want a 4-minute song that stops at nothing with clever lyrics, awesome guitar riffs that is just aggressive and catchy, then look no further than Every Time I Die, Planet Shit. Thrice is my favorite band, but I am not a biased reviewer. So that being said, their last single I thought was actually kind of meh, and I pissed off some fans along the way by saying that. But at the same time, I know what I like in this band and I know what I look for, and with this song, I found it. This is the single that I wanted from Thrice. You know, a chorus that is powerful with Dustin's just cadence to his voice that ages like fine wine, that is just gritty and intense, with Riley stepping up his drum beats with some clever drum work that is happening. So I find that really cool. But then the bridge happens, and that's when Dustin's gritty vocals just come in that are just so smooth, but then he belts it out with these screams. Screams, man! It's been 10 years or so when Dustin last screamed on an album. Like, I know he's done the loud, like, belting, almost scream-like sound, but this sounds like Visu screams. And also, this song just feels like it's pulling ideas from Beggars and Visu, and I cannot wait. This is already shaping up to be better than Palm, so I think this is going to be a fantastic record, man. Math rock, post-hardcore, post-rock band ROLO TOMASSI. They're back with a single that is just crazy in contrast. So, you know, this song is the most metal song that I've heard from them, mixing in with these chunky low-tuned guitar riffs and this frantic drumming that is so Dillinger Escape Plan at times. But then they move into these choruses that are just so angelic and beautiful and emotional. It's two sides of the spectrum, and it's unlike anything else in the scene. You know, if that little clip interested you, then definitely check out more from ROLO TOMASSI. This song is a really good single, and I cannot wait to hear more from these guys. But yeah, this is a band that you got to keep an eye out on. I will argue that metalcore is the most saturated subgenre music in the metal scene, and some people will argue that metalcore is not even metal, but I digress. So Hollow Front, they're not breaking the mold when it comes to metalcore, but they know what they're doing to write good core music. They write emotional core music that is a little proggy with fantastic guitar riffs, melodies, really nice clean vocals, and excellent drumming. It's the whole package. However, it sounds a little too similar to their counterparts, like bands like Counterparts, you know, a little bit of Era, The Ghost Inside, and some Polaris too. So, you know, if you're a fan of those bands or even just metalcore, then this is a song worth checking out. However, for me, I just didn't find it overly that exciting. Meh. Finally, a core band that is going outside the convention of metalcore tropes. You will not find poppy choruses here, breakdowns with a call out with the song title being the call out, or just zeros littered throughout the whole song. Instead, you will find raw aggression, complex time signatures, flex on guitar riffs that would normally be found in prog music like Animals as Leaders. Vocals that sound similar to almost Johnny Booth a little bit. Like, this is a very intense song with challenging kind of instrumentals, and they're breaking the mold of what metalcore music can be. So this is almost prog metalcore, but it's still very hardcore, and it's just different for the scene, and that's why I enjoy this tune. Deathcore Daddy Andrew Baena is back with another new single with his band CARCOSA, and man, does this shit continue to improve. Each CARCOSA track continues to impress me with their pacing and also some of their ideas. Each song feels a little bit different from the next. This song feels like it's more about the grooves, and it has a consistent structure with a chorus with clean vocals. Now, you know I'm a big fan of choruses in deathcore and even hearing clean vocals, because I love it when bands push themselves as musicians and also break the conventions of the genres that they're in. So that's an A+ in my books. All right, this is my first time listening to Sleepwaker, and I'm definitely going to be listening to more of them. You know, they mix in post-hardcore and emotional metalcore to create a sad and heavy experience. And the song does feel like it's trying to convey some emotion through sadness and depression, but I did not feel any emotion through this song. Whether it could be a structure issue to me or a pacing issue, maybe the song just didn't really hit those emotional highs for me. I wanted to feel what the band was trying to convey, but unfortunately, I just did not feel it. Meh. Mastodon. This is a band that I've been trying to get into for the longest time, but I haven't found that song yet. You know, critics praise them, same with fans, and I've been trying to understand their music. With Pushing the Tides, their new single, there was less focus on prog and more focus on this straightforward rock approach, with drums that continue to impress me the whole way through, and a badass guitar riff that was both groovy and throwing in some dissonant chords that was just felt like very rock and roll and heavy at the same time. The song had a cool structure. It was high energy the whole way through. There was enough variations and enough repetition for things to resonate. Vocal variety was there from the few different vocalists, which I didn't realize until now, but you know, this is a band that I want to dive deeper into. Luckily, this is a song that I finally enjoyed, and I can't wait to hear more from these guys. So guys, that's the end of the episode. I'm curious to know if you agree with me or even disagree with me, or what other songs are perfect for this series that I should feature for the next episode in the series. So let me know, comment down below, spice up my life. What are the other tunes that are perfect for this kind of series? Because I love to check out as much music as I can. And last but not least, if you've gotten to this point in the video and haven't clicked off yet, then I appreciate the shit out of you, man. Bar on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.